Hello, and today I am going to be talking about Intellivision 2. This is a really cool system. So, I'm not really gonna hate on this like most people do. I think it's a really nice system. I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you some of the bad things about it. It has RF out really on the back, and power adapter, change it from channel 1 to channel 2. Nothing fancy, but the controllers fit right into the system. That is awesome. Okay, twist this around and just set it in there. It is awesome. I love these. Just sit right in there. I think it's really cool. Now, both of my controllers are from different Intellivision systems. They're completely differently designed, but for the most part, they're the same and they both work. And if you hate the Intellivision controller so much, you can plug in a Genesis controller and I believe it'll work. Now, the Intellivision, its games, well, let me show you where they, right in the side. Pretty easy. Such as Burger Time, which is a really great game. I would suggest getting it. Just easily fits right into the side. Burger Time for Intellivision 2. The other great thing about Intellivision is that the graphics are great. So much better than Atari. But Intellivision did have a competitor besides Atari, which was ColecoVision and Atom. Or not in Atom, scratch that out. Just ColecoVision, really. But the best thing about Intellivision is not that its controller's set in it, or not its reliability, because its reliability is really great. If you get Intellivision 2, I mean, these things, you could throw them as a frisbee and they will still work. Controllers, I find a lot easier to find, you know, because the other ones were wired in. So if you're going to get Intellivision, let me just tell you, get Intellivision 2, because it's going to work. It's going to be really neat. Because I think the styling is a lot better, too. If I just insert this here, you can see. You insert it where the game is, and you can have IntelliVoice. This was high-tech for the time. Voice in your games? Oh my gosh. So, yes, I know it looks like two different systems were just pushed together, but this was originally designed for the original model, which really matched, but this doesn't match, but you can have voices in your games. And how can you tell if a voice, or if a game has voice, is that has a gold label, such as B-17 Bomber. It's so long I can barely get into the shot. It is really long. B-17 Bomber. IntelliVoice is really cool. You can control the volume even right here. Let me pull this out and show you just by itself. So, this is the IntelliVoice voice synthesis module. This will work on both of your Intellivision systems. And made by Mattel Electronics. Your game goes in one end, and this the end that just fits into the system. This Intellivision, awesome. I love this system. And you might not find it you might find it without controllers, but like I said, you can use a Genesis controller. Not for all the games, but for some. Now this is really, I don't like this right here. I don't know if you can read it, but it says on, off, and reset. It's all one button. Now, what you do is you hit on, it turns it on. You have to hold off for about a whole minute, and then you release it, and that's off. I don't even know how to reset it. So, that's a little bit weird, but you can just unplug it. I don't know if that's going to ruin the system or not. I have done it a couple times. But the controllers are not that bad. I heard they were terrible. But after using one for a little bit, they weren't all that bad. They weren't terrible. I do like the discs. I mean, that's pretty inventive. You know, the discs as your movement is pretty neat. So this system was a failed system, but like some other systems like the TurboGrafx 16, that thing failed and no one cared about that in 1980, whenever it came out. But you should care about this. Now, just like a whole lot of people like the TurboGrafx, I think you'll really like the Intellivision, because it's a great system. There are 1,000 games, and I forgot to mention that the games are dirt cheap. You can find them in the box for $5. Almost all of my Intellivision games are in the box, because you cannot find them out of the box because you literally would not make money. If you had one Intellivision game out of the box that you went to go trade in, they'd give you a nickel for it. They can't even sell it. So you might as well get them in the box. They don't sell single Intellivision games. They have to sell them with the overlays, because without the overlays they'd be just completely worthless. And with the overlays they're only $2. So Intellivision games are dirt cheap. And there are a lot of good ones like Burger Time. It's a really nice system because if you get the second one, the controllers aren't wired in, and it has a lot more reliability, because the first one had all of those problems. But don't buy the system that comes after that, the Hyperscan. That's terrible. But buy the Intellivision because it is an awesome system. And it only costs like $100 for this and the voice synthesis module. So you can get this by itself for like $70. Or if you go online, you can get it for $30. And then you also have the voice synthesis module, which can cost $20. I mean, it's super cheap. And it's really cool. I think it's really neat. It's definitely hard to find a working one of these, I would imagine. Because, you know, the voice box in there, whatever's making it work, deteriorates. But buy an Intellivision because it is awesome. And the controllers are great. They fit right in there, so you're never going to lose them. So, thank you for watching my Intellivision review. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching.